Detroit, winter, the breath turns to white in the hall. I was sketching my dreams on the back of a bricklayer wall. Dad told me you lie, stick to the trade that you know. But I felt the current, I felt the undertow. Worked the night shift, clocking in just to pay for the rent. Wondering where every ounce of my ambition went. Lost in the static, just a ghost in the machine, chasing the edges of a fractured American dream. They said the path was paved by those before, but I was kicking down a locked and bolted door. Stumbling in the dark, falling on my face, trying to find my footing in a high-speed race. I am the draftsman of a life I chose. From the dust of the fall to the way I rose. The map was missing, I drew every line. Now the victory is finally mine. It's finally mine. Failed the first round, they didn't see what I could build. The void in my stomach, the cup wasn't meant to be filled. Slept in the pickup under the stars of the coast, turning the failure into the host for the goal of the man I became when the pressure began to peak. It's not in the shouting, it's in the resolve that I speak. One brick, then another, the foundation is laid. Calculating the cost of the path that I made. Muddled path, found home, carved deep on stone. The vision is clear, the struggle is gone. I'm standing at the door. I am the draftsman of a life I chose. From the dust of the fall to the way I rose. The map was missing, I drew every line. Now the victory is finally mine. The blueprint is done, and the race is won. The blueprint is done, and the race is won. Yeah. 4 years in the basement with the lamp on the wall, studying the logic while they stood in the hall. They laughed at the draft, said the code was a waste, said I spend my life in the corporate haste. But I'm seeing the patterns where they see the noise, trading the social for the work that I poise. I'm wired for the future, they're stuck in the past, building a foundation that's destined to last. They said, kid, you're missing the frame, but they don't know the rules of the game I name. Every night is a bridge I design across the gap of the bottom line. I am the oracle of the world they ignored. I'm turning the silence to a digital sword. They said it was nothing, but I see the light. Now the result is the only truth in sight. Truth in sight. I don't argue with critics, I don't argue with peers. I've silenced the doubt ringing in my ears. The logic is breathing, it's starting to wake. They're shocked at the speed of the path that I take. They see a student sitting deep in the dark. I see the fire that's fueling the spark. Brick by brick, line by line, I am making it real, turning the cold work into iron and steel. No more waiting, no more more small. The system is ready to shatter it all. I am the one. I am the one. I am the author of the world they ignored. I'm turning the silence to a digital sword. They said it was nothing, but I see the light. Now the result is the only truth in sight. The program is run, and the future is one. The summer sun burns the memory right off the frame. I left the past behind, just a ghost without a name. Found this rusted iron skeleton hidden in the dark. Spent every ounce of strength just to light the spark. My hands are stained with grease, my lungs are full of dust, but I'm stripping off the doubt, I'm cleaning off the rust. The highway's calling out, it's hungry for the tread. I'm burying the voices that are screaming in my head. They say the desert is a place where you lose your mind, but I'm searching for the version that I left behind. Each mile is a jagged scar, I'm pushing forward no matter how hard. I am the rider of the open scorched earth, from the wreckage of the silence to my rebirth. The road is calling, I'm breaking every chain. Through the dust and the heat, I'm reclaiming my name. Oh, I'm reclaiming my name. The throttle's open wide, I'm cutting through the dark. The piston's pumping fire, I'm leaving a burning mark. I don't look at the mirrors, I don't look at what I've lost. I'm focused on the horizon, no matter what the cost. The steel between my hands is the only friend I know. The world is fading fast, I'm letting the engine go. Every turn is a lesson, every crash is a sign that the road I'm carving out is finally mine. Miles deep, bones ache, rules break, fear shakes. The throttle is my voice, the speed is my prayer. I'm disappearing into the air. I am the rider of the open scorched earth, from the wreckage of the silence to my rebirth. The road is calling, I'm breaking every chain. Through the dust and the heat, I'm reclaiming my name. I'm reclaiming my name. I leave the lights behind, clearing the static, emptying the mind. They call it exhaustion, I call it the start. Just the rhythm of the road and the beat of my heart. Every mile is a ghost, every ghost is a lie. I'm running through the darkness until I touch the sky. Legs turning steel, pain doesn't feel. The world is a blur, my fate is the wheel. Running into the void, where the limits dissolve. I'm a machine of motion, I'm a force to solve. Run, blur, the world is fading. I am the creating. I am the creating. No stop, no slow, just pace, just go. Stay lost in time, the void is mine. No stop, no slow, just pace, just go. Stay lost in time, the void is mine. My lungs are filling up with the cold night air. There's no one watching, there's no one there. Chemical release, the fatigue just died. I'm surfing on the wave of the rising tide. Legs move automatic, I'm a ghost in the street. Nothing can stop the sound of my feet. It's just me in the distance, an infinite line, crossing the border of the space and time. Keep pushing, keep running, never hollow, never coming. One path, one pace, become the distance, running into the void, where the limits dissolve. I'm a machine of motion, I'm a force to solve. Run, blur, the world is fading. I am the creating. I am the creating. Numbs behind me, and I'm still breathing. Yeah, I didn't lead to lose, I left it sharp in the edge, carving my name in the cold off the ledge. They settle for comfortable, I settle for pain. Now the wolf is back, walking through the driving rain. No back, no loyalty, no wasted breath. I treat the workout like a dance with death. Every rep a reminder of why I'm here, the return of the one that they used to fear. No turning back, no weak excuses. The pressure is heavy, the return is ruthless. The lone wolf is back, without the pack. Every scar is a lesson, now I'm driving the attack. No more waiting, no more hiding. I am the storm, I'm the one they ignored. Stepping, watch close, no friends, no ghosts. I'm here, the king alone reigning. Stepping, watch close, no friends, no ghosts. I'm here, the king alone reigning. They tried to define me, I broke the cage. I'm the only one left on this empty stage. I don't need the applause, I don't need the light. I built my kingdom in the dead of the night. They thought the absence was a sign of decay, but I'm the predator that just went away. Now the silence is heavy, it's time to move. I'm the only heartbeat in this groove. savage, still chosen. One goal, one throne. Become the one they can't ignore. The lone wolf is back, gets out the pack. Every scar is a lesson, now I'm driving the attack. No more waiting, no more hiding. I am the storm, I'm the one they ignored. The silence was just a loading phase. The wolf is home. Monster screaming, but I don't hear a sound. Gravity is heavy, but I don't look down. Heart rate climbing, the fire starts to spread, deleting the weakness inside of my head. Every fiber tearing, every cell is awake. This is the moment before the limit breaks. Oxygen low, pressure is high. The old version of me is about to die. Breaking the limit, beyond the design, rewiring the system, one step at a time. Push beyond. The flesh is weak, but the will is peak. The will is peak. But the will is peak. Bone, blood, sweat, flood, reach the edge, beyond the ledge. Bone, blood, sweat, flood, reach the edge, beyond the ledge. The pain is a language I've learned how to speak. Forging a titan, I'm done with the weak. Chemical shift, the adrenaline spikes. I'm the predator, climbing the highest of dikes. My nerves are like wires, they spark in the night, turning the shadow into the light. It's not just a work, it's a total rewrite. I'm shifting the gear, I'm in the fight. Still moving, still focused, still evolving, still chosen. One life, one form. Become the new human. Breaking the limit, beyond the design, rewiring the system, one step at a time. Push beyond. The flesh is weak, but the will is peak. But the will is peak. But the will is peak. The limit gone. The pressure is a weight that pulls the air from the room. They're waiting for the cracks, they're counting on my doom. But I don't feel the tremors, no, I don't feel the shake. I'm the eye of the storm, the soul that will not break. I see the target clear, I see the path I chose, feeding on the focus while the whole world froze. Silence is the weapon, focus is the key. The void is calling out, but the void is me. I am the calm before the kill. I am the focus, I am the will. The nerves are steel, the blade is keen. I am the ghost within the machine. They measure my pulse while I measure the distance. I'm master of focus, a king of resistance. The world turns to static, the world turns to gray. Only the mission remains in my way. I don't need the fire, I don't need the heat. I just need the rhythm of the heart, the steady beat. Perfect time and perfect sight. And in the darkness and in the night. Locked in, locked out. One thought, no doubt. One target, one scope. Still nerves under fire. Within the machine. Steady pulse, nothing remains. Strikes, move fast, don't wait for the light. Eyes locked, fixed gaze, prepared for the fight. They want a speech, they want a cheer, they want a crowd. Keep your noise, keep your hollow talk, keep it loud. I don't need the fuel, I don't need the spark. I'm carving my own path inside of the dark. One step, then two, then a mile, then 10. Starting alone and I'll finish again. Empty halls, no applause, just the sound of the grind. Leaving every piece of the comfort behind. The higher I climb, the thinner the air, but I'm breathing just fine when I'm standing right there. I'm burning the bridge to the place I was before. I'm breaking the lock on the forbidden door. No praise, no hands, no need for a vote. I'm the singer, the song, and the sharp end. No, 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 go, go. Hey, no, 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 go, go. Sharp end. No, 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 no. Fade on the pedestal, leave it in dust. My engine is running on hunger and trust. Don't look at the summit, just look at the stone. I'm built for the pressure, I'm built for the throne. No phantom of validation, no ghost of a peer. Just the sound of the grit that is ringing in my ear. Step by step, I am claiming the height, turning the black into blinding white. No need for them, just need the aim. Burn through the fear, forget the name. I am the air. I'm burning the bridge to the place I was before. I'm breaking the lock on the forbidden door. No praise, no hands, no need for a vote. I'm the singer, the song, and the sharp end. No, 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 no. Alone by choice. only voice. Oh. The city skyline is a grid that I own. I've been sketching the future in a room all alone. They kept me in shadows at the back of the firm, watching the seasons and the timelines turn. My confidence buried under layers of gray, waiting for the courage to step into the day. I held all the secrets and the ink on my thumb, for the day that the moment would finally come. The structure is ready and the foundation's deep. I've woken the vision that I put to sleep. The ruler is steady, my hand doesn't shake. I'm breaking the patterns for my own sake. I am the architect of the life I design. I'm tracing the future, I'm drawing the line. The steel and the concrete are bending to will. The vision is moving, the world stands still. They look at the blueprints and they stare at the ghost of the man who was silent, who offered the most. I don't need their approval, I don't need their light. I'm constructing my tower in the dead of the night. Every angle is perfect, every detail is true. I'm showing them things that they never once knew. Brick by brick I am staking my claim, writing the skyline that carries my name. No more fading, no more small. The blueprint is ready to shatter it all. I am the one. I am the one. I am the architect of the life I design. I'm tracing the future, I'm drawing the line. The steel and the concrete are bending to will. The vision is moving, the world stands still. The design is set, and the best is yet. Gone in a single meeting. Let them have the chair. They think they stripped the skin. They think they left me bare. They toasted to the vacancy. They laughed into the air. 10 years of building stone by stone. I kept the light inside. But they were counting minutes while I was building pride. The contract is a piece of trash. The signature is ink. They don't see the bridge I'm burning. They don't see me blink. 10 years of ashes. Now I'm sifting through the dust. Everything they stole from me was built on hollow trust. Watch, wait, I'm recalibrating to settle all the depths. Retaliate. I'm standing on the balcony, watching how they move. They think they won the game, they think they're in the groove. But I'm the one who wrote the script, I'm the one who knew that everything they grabbed it is a ghost I'm walking through. This isn't about the office or the title on the door. It's about who's left standing when we settle up the score. The foundation is still mine. Let the countdown begin. I see the map, I see the cracks in the street. They're chasing shadows while I'm moving beneath. No noise, no signal, just the phantom in the frame. I learned the rules, now I'm breaking the game. Every move is a lesson, every breath is a debt. They're focused on the goal, I'm focused on the threat. Hold it steady, don't blink yet. The setup is closing. My time is set! I am the watcher, the shadow in the grind, leaving the weakness a mile behind. Quiet, observing, still the master. Straight, wait, stay cold, stay sharp, control the dark, the dark, the dark. They make the noise, I make the moves. Trapped in the cycle, trapped in the grooves. I don't need the lights to find my own path. I built my strength in the eye of the wrath. They're looking for a leader, I'm looking for the flaw. Living by the silence, living by the law. One look is enough to tell who will break. I'm the only one here who's got nothing at stake. No hesitation, no false moves. Pure evolution, pure proof. One shot, one throw, become the silent force. I am the watcher, the shadow in the grind, leaving the weakness a mile behind. Quiet, observing, still the master. rush is over. The game belongs to me. In the dead of the frost, counting the hours and the life that I lost, loading the crates in the warehouse at 4, locking the chain on the back of the door. They look at the grease on the skin of my palms, they grease to the pole with their hollowed out psalms. I don't want a handout, I don't want a seat, I'm carving my path on this concrete street. Cold air, hit a by full of dust, everything I own is coated in rust. The clock is a hammer beating my brain, I'm turning the pressure to feel for the train. Saved, driving the route like a man that was saved. The engine is screaming, the highway is long. I'm singing the rhythm of the struggle's own song. They wait for me feeling, they wait for the slip, but I'm keeping the wheel in the firmest of grip. No ghosts in the mirrors, no looking behind. I'm the architect of the luck that I find. No need for them, just need the drive. Burn through the gold, stay still alive. I am the sunshine. I don't even try. Bones and the glass is shattered. They told me the dream was a life that mattered, but I'm left here with a hammer and a glove, cleaning up the mess from the ones above. Dust in my throat and the rust in my veins, counting the losses and swallowing pains. They built it for glory, I tear it for pay, watching the skyline crumble away. One strike, then two, watch the structure sway. I don't care what the suits have to say today. The foundation is weak and the mortar is thin. I'm letting the light let the wreck
is a wasted mile of the lies they sold in the city of gold. Now the tower is down and the story is told. I'm the last man left in the ruin and debris, breaking the chain so that I can be free. Nothing left standing, nothing left clean. I am the end of the machine. I am the ghost in the wrecking yard. I am the strike that is hitting hard. They built the prison, I bring the fall. I am the hammer that breaks the wall. Building is easy. Destroying is art.
Yeah. Yeah. Empty road and a tank full of lead. Got 1,000 miles to get out of my head. I unplugged the phone, left the town in the rear. Only thing left is the hum that I hear. Past the signs for the cities I used to know, where they measure your worth by the status you show. I traded all in for the yellow and white lines in the dark or the middle of night. No house to visit, no roots to dig deep, just a promise I made that I'm forced to keep. The dashboard glow is my only light. The gear shift is heavy and the hold is tight. Thousands of miles of the nothing I crave. I'm the master of the road that I pave. No one to ask, no one to call. I'm standing alone at the top of the fall. Windshield view is a widescreen cage. I'm writing my story on a desolate page. They talk about progress, they talk about gain. I talk about distance and weather and rain. Tires are screaming on the asphalt spine, crossing the state line. Across every line, I'm a ghost in the static, a blur in the gray, just chasing the sunrise and running away. Far from the noise, far from the weight, deciding my pace, determining fate. I'm thousands of miles of the nothing I crave. I'm the master of the road that I pave. No one to ask, no one to call. I'm standing alone at the top of the fall. Of the fall. and the cold. The noise finally died. Now I can hear the weight. It's time to rebuild. Yeah. They look for fire, but I'm the ice in the vein. I stopped negotiating with the shadows of pain. Discipline is a cage I built to stay free. Every rep is a ghost of the man I used to be. No ego left to feed, no mirror to please. I'm finding the balance in the center of the freeze. It wasn't luck, it was the grind that broke the shell to reach the mind. Stillness is the weapon. I built a throne from the wreckage. Every scar is a lesson in the art of the pressure. No more noise, no more doubt. The silence is loud. Now I move different. Now I move different. Stay still. Move fast. Stay cold, make it last. Stay cold, make it last. I stopped explaining, let the results take the floor. Pain became a teacher, I don't fear it no more. Every sacrifice is etched in the way that I move. I'm not here to win, I'm just here to prove. The silence is deep, the focus is pure. I'm the only sickness and I'm the only cure. Still breathing, still focused, still dangerous, still chosen. One life, one form, become something unbreakable. Breakable, 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 breakable. Stillness is the weapon. I built a throne from the wreckage. Every scar is a lesson in the art of the pressure. No more noise, no more doubt. The silence is loud. Now I move different. Now I move different. Stay still. Move fast. The wreckage is gone. I'm finally here. They call it lonely. I call it clarity. Don't look for me. I walk the perimeter where the shadows align, trading my comfort for a piece of the divine. The higher you climb, the thinner the air. I see the finish line, but nobody's there. Every step is an echo in a house made of glass. I'm watching the ghost of my old self pass. The bridge is burned, the maps are dead. Only the weight left in my head. Void walker, I am the calm in the wreckage. Above the fear, beyond the message. No crown, no name. I am the master of the static. I am the end of the game. resist. I'm turning the pressure into a permanent mist. Discipline is the only religion I keep, while the rest of the world is falling asleep. I move through the dark, I don't need the light. I am the architect of my own night. Still walking, still burning, still waiting, still earning. No crown, no claim. I am the void in the flame. Void walker, I am the calm in the wreckage. Above the fear, beyond the message. No crown, no name. I am the master of the static. I am the end of the game. I am the end of the game. The search is over. I found my own